Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. If you've just found me, welcome. And if you're coming back, I truly do appreciate you joining me. This is part of my Mystery Wednesday. And my Mystery Wednesdays, I've changed up quite a few months ago where I actually list 3 things that I know you have in your craft room that you can make a card and join along in the mystery challenge. Remember, if you do a mystery and you do post your picture on there, you could be eligible to win a stamp set if you live in Canada. And if you live outside of Canada, you could win a tutorial. In any event, you guys, if you are on YouTube, make sure that you've subscribed down below. And if you're on StreamYard, make sure that you've given, or on Facebook, make sure you've given StreamYard. This is all part of a live presentation. So basically, if you don't like that sort of stuff, watch it on replay, scoot on by because I will be talking to the various people that have joined me today. Hello, Jan, and hello, Colleen. I'm not sure who the other user is, and hello, Ina. But welcome. I'm so glad. My mystery challenge. What were the clues? The clues were celebration, black, and metallic. And I knew what I kind of wanted to do, and it's kind of funny because I ran into Lori over at the dollar store, and I said, I have no idea exactly what I want to do, but I think I figured it out, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed. I always say that, don't I? In any event, let's go on down to my desktop here. Woo, sparklers. What does that mean? To me, that means New Year's. I've got to do a New Year's card. I also actually have a blog hop that I'm in tomorrow that I've got to do a card, and I completely forgot about it. So we're going to be doing Use the Light the Sky. This stamp set and this bundle are actually carrying forward, but it's not carrying over as a bundle. It's carrying over separate. And I think it's so neat because I think you could use this on a wedding day. You could use this for New Year's. You could use this for, you could use it for Chinese New Year. You could use it for weddings. You could use it for July the 1st or July the 4th. There's lots of different things that you can watch. Hello, Bonnie. And hello, Diane. Awesome. Okay, so I decided I wanted to do something with these sparklers, and I was bound and determined I was going to do something because, New Year's is kind of goes along with sparklers and that. So, and with this particular stamp set. So that's hence the reason why I went with metallic. I thought, well, we should do something with the metallic. I also thought, hello, Pam. You can watch the replay. So I decided to do a slimline card. I don't do slimline cards very often, but this particular slimline card is going to fit into a number 10 office envelope. So this, like I say, will fit into a number 10 envelope. It doesn't fit into any Stampin' Up envelopes. So I want to show you, I have, oh my goodness, I've got this dropping all over the floor here. Okay, so black, that one makes it easy. Celebration is wishing you a happy new year. That's a celebration. Even a birthday is a celebration. So don't get stuck that it has to be, like I say, a New Year's card. All right, so this piece, and I'm just looking at I do templates like this, and we'll see how it works out. This piece is 7.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 3 3/4. So let's just go in and fold that and get a good score line on there because we're going to be doing some different cutting on this particular piece. All right, so I'm going to come in with my trimmer. And along this piece here, this is the piece that's the front here, and it's going to actually be at the back. I want to measure. I'm going to have to do this way. I'm going to have to turn it over because this is the bottom of the front of the card. And I am going to cut that at 3 1/4 inches. And I'm going to cut that at 3 1/4 inches and go down to the score line. So if I come here, and you can tell this is one of my newer trimmers because it doesn't have the marks on it. I'm just going to, oh my goodness, this is coming down. Just let me check this. So it's this piece here that I want cut. So I'm going to come at 3 1/4, and I'm going to cut from this part down to here. So that's what it's looking like, is like this and like this. And then on this part here, I want to score this at 1/2 inch. So if I turn this around like this, I want to line this at 3 1/4. So actually, I'm going to just come from the top here. I know that looked a little confusing, and I'm sorry. And I'll go over this really quickly again. I want to score that from that line down to there. Okay, so what I've done is this is a piece that's 7 1/2 by 8 1/2. I scored it at 3 3/4. Then I cut from this side at the bottom. I cut at, oh, I sure hope that's the right size. I cut at 3 1/4 inches. And then this should give me 3 1/4. It should give me 5 1/4 is the measurement up at the top part of the card. So it's going to open up like this. Now I've also scored this at, ooh, that doesn't look like that's quite right. Is that going to be enough? I've got this. I wonder if that should have been over by a little bit more. Let me just double check on something. Yes, that should have actually been cut not at 5 1/4. It should have been 5 1/2. I measured that over at. Let me just come in with my template and measure that. No, it's at 4 1/4. So this will come here, and I'll measure this at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Just hoping. I just got to double check this. Yeah, that has to go over by a little bit more. So that's going to be actually measured from this side at 4 1/2. I apologize for that. So this, let me just double check there. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and the reason I've gone over this amount over here is because of the sparklers. I want to make sure that the sparklers are going to lie flat here. I want 3 sparklers on this particular card, and I want it to go like this and go up there. And then that way, at least when this opens up, you can see it and it's not going to interfere with that. Now, there's a lot of playing around with this sort of stuff, so that's why that was a little mixed up. Hello, Mishwari. Okay, so like I say, I measured this one over by, I want to double check that. This will be at 3 inches that it marked over there. Okay. So now it's really important that what we do is I make sure that that stays down there in there. And also this part is actually going to stay down completely on there. But I have these sparklers and I want to make sure that they are going to not fall out the bottom. So one, I'm going to just cut my sparklers just about 1/4 inch. I just have some wire cutters there. Who doesn't have wire cutters, right? So I'm just taking off 1/4 inch. There we go. And then, like I say, this is going to go here. This one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. Now, I figured my whole thing here was I kind of figured that this might come down and slide down. So I don't want that to happen. So I went and I cut, and I know this seems like a lot of extra work on here, but I think it's going to be worth it once it's fixed or finished. This is just a piece from your acetate that is from the stamp set. And I'm just going to fold it in half. And then what I want to do is I'm going to come across here, and I want something that really sticks. So I'm taking my tear and tape. I'm just going to do it like this. And then I'm also going to put it on here. Now, I don't want this tear and tape to get onto the sparklers, because if it gets onto the sparklers, what's going to happen is it's going to stick and the sparklers are going to have a hard time coming out. So this is the reason why I'm putting this very, very thin piece of acetate down on there. I know that seems kind of weird to do it, but it's the only way that I figure I can get this to go. So I'm just putting this down. This is where the sparklers will fit in there and not slide through. I probably should have gotten that right close to the edge. And that's my reasoning behind on there. So this part is then going to close down right like this onto there. Now, another thing that I want to happen is I want this to be completely glued down. Oh, I have a funny feeling. I'm going to do this actually at the end. Okay, so we have this here. So I'm going to come in with my tear and tape, and I want this piece to be down. It's kind of like a partial bookbinder card is kind of what this is looking like. So just like that. And then this is going to go here. And then this opens up. Okay. Now I'm going to have to put this down there. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed on this part. All right. So this is just going to come. I should have. Let me just put this down just for a bit. And it's going to kind of there we go. And then I can glue this down after. But what I want to happen here, and the reason I'm doing this, is when these go down in here, they're not going to fall through. See, that's the whole purpose of that piece that's there. Okay, and then I'll glue the rest down. All right, so then what else do I have to do? I have black. I have to have metallic. So we don't have any silver metallic. I love gold and black, and I love silver and black. But this is the holographic paper. This is the ones that come in a pack of 6. And you get regular holographic. Whoa. You get this one, which is kind of cool, and it works really good with fish hooks and that sort of stuff. And then there's this one here. So I thought this one would look kind of good for it to be with involved with a New Year's card. And then this is going to go across here. So let's go ahead and put those down. And we're just going to put that right down there. And this is a layer, because we're actually going to go ahead and put black on here. So this piece here happens to be 3 inches by 3.5 inches. And this piece is 2 3/4 by 5 inches. And then on here, we have these dies. So I've gone ahead and I've punched out that die there. And then I've also done the die here. But of course, what we want to do, so I've got that like that, and that's going to go there. But I want to have a happy New Year. So I'm going to come in, and yes, I won't disappoint. I will do some embossing on here. This is a photopolymer stamp, so I'm just coming in with my embossing buddy and my paper piercing mat, and I'm going to go and stamp that there, and we are going to use silver embossing powder on here to tie in with the rest. So just like that. Okay, and then we'll come in with our silver embossing powder. Now remember, when you do get silver embossing powder, that it does tend to, you get that, the powder from the embossing. It's a residue on there. So see how it's around there. But once it's heated, what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll remove that. So let's get that out of the way for now anyways. Whoops. And we've got our heat gun. My goodness, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you, but I had to replace my heat gun. Now, isn't that kind of, does that surprise you? Well, mind you, I probably have had them ever since this model came out. My other one's pretty good. So let's just put this on there. We have silver and black for New Year's. Like I say, this stamp set is carrying over, not as a bundle. So there, now I can just come in with my eraser. We'll just, whoa, shoot, I didn't want to do that off of there. Kind of dulled it a bit. Okay, so then we can come in here and go ahead and put that right there. And we'll get the glue. So it was quite funny when I met Lori at the dollar store. I went over specifically. I thought I've got to use sparklers. I said, I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm kind of pleased with the way it's starting to turn out. Okay, so there's that. This is just going to go, oh my goodness, that's pretty crooked. Ooh, I don't like that. And it's glue. This is probably going to wreck this part here. It is getting covered, but it's what I find with the glue, that it always tends to shift a little bit. So let me just get this. I can't have it not straight. And you know what? This will be okay. It's pretty thin there, but I've got that other piece over there. Let's try that again. Oh my goodness. The beauty of live. So I can't bring that out to see it. So I just want to bring this so that I can see where that ends. There we go. Let's just take that out. Now remember, this is going to go right here. That's just going to go right on there. Now, I thought, oh, I could probably do some more cutting, maybe some more embossing, but you know what? I'm going to leave it for that part, for the outside anyways. So this is just going to go on here, and I'm going to hold that till it dries. I don't want that shifting again. And then I'm going to go in and let's get this part done. Now, with these sparklers, what we want to do is we want to come in. I want them to go down there, and I want them to go in between where that that window sheet is there. So let me just go in, and now I can glue everything. just like so. And that piece there, that's the part that's just going to open there. You know, Pam, the whole thing is, yes, heat embossing needs to be, you need to practice with it. Oh, Pam, honestly, I have to do this a lot to straighten it. Now, what we can do is we can go Happy New Year. Let's celebrate. Now, what I would use on this particular card is I would use a silver pen on here to do my writing on it. I don't want to put black in there, or white. I don't want to do that because I just think that that is going to ruin the effect of this particular card. See if this Let's Celebrate is going to fit in there. And it's crooked. Oh, trust me, I can. If anyone's going to do anything wrong, it'll be me that can do things wrong. Okay, so we're just going to just move that a little bit out of the way so that I can do that. Just going to put that thin bit of embossing powder there. Make sure it's the right way up. And let's just go, let's celebrate. So I would use a silver pen and then write in there. I even thought of putting it on the back of the card, and I went, ooh, I don't even want to do it on the back of the card. I think this is one of those cards. This card kind of reminds me, now where is that? Of a card that my mom would really like. Let's just do that. I'm going to get that powder off of there as much as we can. I don't want to rub it because with that eraser, it kind of dulled it a bit. So I have, my mystery has been done. So what I have is, I have my black, I have my celebration, and I have my metallic. Very plain card, but look at that. We have our sparklers. They're not going to come through because I did that window sheet down there, and then this comes like that. So I hope you enjoyed that, using this stamp set and dies. So fun. I think this one would be amazing. Actually, this is the one I was thinking of using the other day. My thought process was to actually do a twisted type card using that. Oh, you know what we do need? We do need embellishments. Now, I thought maybe these embellishments here from, and these are carrying over too. They're pretty big, but it's a big enough card that I could get away with this. Look at that. I'm going to put one down here. And do I want to put another one over here or there? It doesn't quite fit there. Let's put it right about there. And you know what? This one can be moved and just go maybe even right. Not sure where I should put that. Boy, that's really bright with all that holographic paper, isn't it? We'll put it like there. All right. So there's our New Year's card with sparklers and all. Oh, you have this stamp set, Colleen. That's fun. That's really good. Oh, thank you, Anna. There you go, Pam. So like I say, what a fun card. Don't forget to use, this is that acetate that you have from the inside of these cards. I just take them off. I just find it so flimsy, but boy, that really serves as the point there. Awesome. All right. So what's up next? Tomorrow's Thursday, so it's our Now What series. So I'll be going live at 4:15 Pacific time. I hope you'll join me there. Remember, if you like this, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate that. This will be going live tomorrow on my blog at 8 o'clock in the morning. All the measurements will be put there, so you have a way to refer back to that if you want to reduplicate this card. You can see that that mistake I made with that the scoring didn't really hurt it, so that's a good thing. In any event, remember to create. It's great for the soul. Remember that if you do not have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator if you live in Canada. In any event, you guys, take care. Bye for now.